From Ranbaxy to the road, the Singh Brothers battle, a 500 crore war, and a crumbling empire. There was a time when, from Delhi's power corridors to the global pharma market, the names of two brothers were spoken with awe. Ranbaxy, Fortis, Religare. These were not just companies, they were symbols of power. But today, those same brothers are trapped in fears, allegations, courts, and police files against each other. The fear is unsettling. Does money and power turn a person into an enemy of their own family? The curiosity is intense. What is the real story behind this new 500 crore dispute? And the question is unavoidable. How did the Singh brothers, who once ruled India's healthcare industry, reach this point? Shivinder Singh and Malvinder Singh. These names were once synonymous with success and ambition. Today, they are linked with legal battles, contempt of court, fraud allegations, and insolvency stories. This time, the dispute revolves around the Flight Lieutenant 𝐟𝐨𝐥𝐿 Charitable Society, an organization that may be charitable on paper, but according to allegations, hides a game involving assets worth 500 crore and an annual income of 30 crore. The case took a dramatic turn when Malvinder Singh's wife, Japna Singh, made serious allegations. She claims that Shivinder Singh and his wife, Aditi Singh, allegedly used forged documents and a conspiracy to remove her and other members from the society. It is alleged that in March 2025, a meeting was shown on paper that never actually took place, and on that basis, complete control of the society was taken over. Japna Singh further alleges that after this supposed forgery, Aditi Singh's grandmother, mother and brother were made members of the society so that total control could remain within one faction of the family. The allegation is that the real objective was to capture the Fortis Hospital in Vasant Kunj, a property worth 500 crore and generating an annual income of around 30 crore. This is why the matter is no longer just a family dispute but has reached the economic offences wing. But to truly understand this fight, we need to go back, much further back, to a time when the Singh brothers were known not for disputes but for dreams. The story of Ranbaxy begins in 1937. Two cousins, Ranbir Singh and 𝐮𝐩𝐿 Singh, started a small medicine distribution business. Combining the first letters of Ranbir and the last letters of 𝐮𝐻 created the name, Ranbaxy. In 1952, the company was sold to 𝐮𝐩𝐿 Singh. This is where Ranbaxy's real rise began. 𝐮𝐩𝐿 Singh's son, Malvinder Singh, transformed Ranbaxy from a small Indian brand into a global pharma giant. Presence in the US and Europe, a strong name in generic medicines, and a valuation running into billions. Malvinder Singh came to be counted among the most respected names in the Indian pharmaceutical industry. But after his death in 2000, the story took a new turn. Malvinder Singh's two sons, Malvinder Singh and Shivinder Singh, took over the reins of the company. Initially, everything seemed fine. Both brothers were young, ambitious, and carried a strong legacy. But perhaps this is where the decisions began that would later shake the very foundation of the empire. In 2008, the Singh brothers made a major decision. They sold their stake in Ranbaxy to the Japanese company Daiichi Sankyo for around 9,576 crore. At the time, this deal was considered one of the biggest in Indian corporate history. From the outside, it appeared to be a brilliant exit. But the real story did not end there. In fact, it began there. How the money from this deal was used later became the root of all controversies. Around 2,000 crore went into repaying loans and taxes. Approximately 1,700 crore was invested in Religare Enterprises, their non-banking financial company. Around 2,230 crore was pumped into Fortis Healthcare. The remaining money was spent on various investments and expenses. Initially, this diversification seemed like the right move. Fortis hospitals were expanding rapidly, and Religare was becoming a big name in financial services. But then the global slowdown hit. Markets crashed. Cash flows were affected. And this is where the mountain of debt began to rise. By 2010, the situation had deteriorated so much that both brothers were removed from Religare's board. This was not just a corporate setback. It was a clear sign that their control was weakening. But the real storm was yet to come. In 2012, Daiichi Sankyo filed a case in the Singapore International Court of Arbitration. The allegation was that the Singh brothers had concealed crucial information during the Ranbaxy deal, especially that the US FDA was investigating Ranbaxy over drug quality issues. Soon after the deal, the US banned the import of several Ranbaxy medicines. Daiichi argued that had they known this earlier, they would never have paid such a huge amount for the deal. The International Arbitration Court ruled in Daiichi's favor and ordered the Singh brothers to pay damages of around $500 million, amounting to thousands of crores of rupees. From here, the brothers' financial condition completely collapsed. Total liabilities climbed to nearly 13,000 crore. To repay debt, they had to sell their stake in Fortis. The healthcare empire they had built with grand dreams began slipping out of their hands. The numbers are staggering. Within about 10 years, the Singh brothers lost nearly 22,500 crore. Money vanished, control slipped away, and slowly, trust eroded as well. In 2018, the rift became public. Shivinder Singh accused his elder brother Malvinder Singh of harassment, forgery, and mismanagement, and announced his separation from him. This brother versus brother battle was now out in the open. Investors, employees, and the market all watched as two brothers who once stood together now stood against each other. In 2019, things worsened further. Both brothers were arrested on charges related to financial fraud. The Supreme Court held them guilty of contempt of court in the Daiichi case. Names that were once spoken with respect in boardrooms were now being taken in courtrooms. Last year, Shivinder Mohan Singh filed an application before the NCLT under the IBC law to declare himself insolvent. A man who once controlled an empire worth thousands of crores was now officially stating that he had no capacity to repay his debts. And now, another chapter has been added to this shattered story. The dispute over the Flight Lieutenant Raja and Dal Charitable Society. In October 2025, Japna Singh filed a complaint with the EOW. The allegations are extremely serious. Criminal conspiracy, forged documents, and criminal breach of trust. According to the police, the complaint alleges that records were manipulated to remove genuine members of the society and new members were illegally inducted. The goal was simple: to take over the entire society and the hospital linked to it. This is not just a story about a 500 crore property. It is a story of a mindset where people who once stood together are now determined to pull each other down. Where an institution created in the name of charity becomes a battlefield for power and money. The story of the Singh brothers leaves behind a bitter lesson. If money, power, and legacy are not handled with the right decisions and transparency, they turn into the heaviest burden. From Ranbaxy to Fortis, and now to a charitable society. This downfall did not happen overnight. It is the result of years of decisions, wrong investments, and internal conflicts.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.